Most games published by Nintendo are extremely well known. Their huge franchises are household names, and even the least known of the Nintendo series are usually revered in certain circles. But there are some games that have fallen through the cracks over the years for one reason or another. And the game we're looking at today, Endless Ocean Blue World, is one of those. And I can't really blame people for forgetting about it. There's nothing about it that stands out if you're just looking at it on the shelf at the local game store. Even if you were to take a closer look, there doesn't seem to be much to it beyond swimming around, and it was easy to quickly dismiss Wii games at the time. But there's a lot more to Blue World than just swimming around and looking at fish, even though that might be the best part, but we'll get to that later. Ostensibly, the selling point here, and the thing that the game goes out of its way to immerse you in first, is the story mode, which is, well, it's definitely present. It's not particularly bad, but it also isn't particularly good. There's something here about finding a sunken Atlantis-esque city hidden beneath the waves with the help of a crusty old sea dog and his granddaughter, but that's not where the real meat of the game is. That is in the moment-to-moment gameplay, swimming around and looking at fish. Now I realize that sounds wholly unappealing when said aloud, but trust me, probably the best thing to compare it to is Pokemon Snap, especially because it does have a photography component. You're basically trying to collect all these different fish by examining them, taking pictures of them, and interacting with them in different ways. But it is also in that moment-to-moment gameplay that the worst issues with the game emerge. For starters, the controls are really weird, to say the least. The game requires you to control everything with the Wii Remote alone, no nunchuck support for the movement. That means that not only are you pointing at fish and choosing interactions with the remote like you would expect, but you also have to point your character in a direction using that same pointer. It's clunky as hell, and while the game does support the classic controller, using the right stick as a mouse cursor doesn't fare that much better. I really just wanted to use the nunchuck. There's also a real odd combat mechanic where you have to shoot aggressive fish with a healing gun that makes them more passive, as well as allowing you to heal hurt fish. It's yet another thing that you have to point with the remote, and it's not particularly hard, but I found myself somewhat annoyed every time I had to do it. Thankfully, neither the movement or some odd gameplay choices take away from what ultimately makes Blue World so enjoyable. It's just a calm, relaxing collection game. Take pictures, read about fish, just kinda chill out. Endless Ocean is at its best when it's at its simplest, basically at the level of an interactive fish screensaver. It's not for everyone, but I found it a very relaxing departure from most games I play, and a pretty damn enjoyable time, warts and all. Every Friday, I look at a game that was ignored when it came out or has been forgotten since. Games that people have missed. If you like that idea, be sure to subscribe so you can see the latest videos. If you like this video in particular, be sure to hit that like button, and thanks for watching.